Alright, quick update on KDA. So, as you can see, we've pretty much finally come down and hit my price target. If you've been watching the KDA videos since all the way back here on the 8th of April, or even if you only got in like a week or so ago, you know that pretty much every video we've mentioned this price target down here at $4.40. We were talking about, basically a 31.5% decrease to the downside. And, we pretty much did it. We've come down 30%. We actually bottomed today at $4.51. So, approximately about 11 or 10 cent away from our price target. So I will take that. I will consider that the move has now been done. Let's get rid of that extrapolation target to the downside. If we come into the hourly, you can see we are trying to hop back into the bear flag, which, I mean, is somewhat bullish, but I mean the fact that I'm having to say, oh, we're going back into the bear flag is, we're in a bear flag in the first place, and the trend is your friend until the end, and we're definitely not out of this downtrend. And even in terms of the 1 hour, we are not safe until we hop above $4.87. We're not too far away. Bear in mind, I'm not too bothered about what the 1 hourly does, and I'm more interested in what goes on the 4 hourly and the daily. Now, I've been talking about this momentum shift that I think is due to take place any time now for KDA. If we look at the squeeze mon, you can see we've had consecutive days now where the bears are losing control of their bearish momentum wave. In my opinion, something like this is going to happen over the next couple of days to weeks. We're going to start coiling up and getting ready for our bullish move to the upside. And this kind of lines up with my opinion on what's going on in Bitcoin. And I'm not going to make this video super long because there's I've already talked about what's been going on with Bitcoin, and personally I do think that we are near a bottom for Bitcoin. If not, I believe that we've already had it. So if you want my full in-depth video of everything I talked about for Bitcoin, then go ahead, click on my channel, check out the video that I did today on Bitcoin. But basically, the bread and butter of this was, as long as we stay on the daily time frame above 39,000, then I remain bullish. You can currently see we've had a wick below and we're right back above 39,000. I'm still bullish on Bitcoin. I do think the bottom for KDA is very near, but very big but. If we came down to $4.40 independently of Bitcoin having a breakdown, then I probably would have entered a trade on KDA. However, Bitcoin has not put in the daily close yet. It is, I don't think, I mean, if we come down to the lower time frames, like I said, I want to make this video as quick as I can. I don't want to talk about everything going on with Bitcoin because I made a separate video for that, but we're still not in the top of the channel. We've come up, and so far we're getting rejected at the time of making this recording. Now, bear in mind, we got rejected a couple of minutes ago and we're on the hourly candle. I do think we are going to break back bullish. I think we're going to break back into this. However, just because I think it's going to break back bullish doesn't mean that I would be trading altcoins when the market is very shaky like this. I'd be waiting for a confirmed bounce on Bitcoin. I think the bottom for Bitcoin is very near, but until we do have that bottom, unfortunately, I cannot be bullish for KDA. The trend is your friend until the end. I say this in pretty much all of my videos. You can currently see, I mean, once again, we are struggling to get inside this. I mean, I said this a minute or so ago, and we were, back in this. These are really the lower time frames. I'm really trying to, focus on the higher time frames because, anything can happen in the next 5 or 10 minutes. Nobody's going to be able to tell you what's going to happen, but in the macro time frame, we can talk about these macro momentum shifts. We can talk about these macro bottoms, these macro indicators, which do call for higher price targets on KDA, and I do think they are going to play out. We can see, like I said, 4 days worth of momentum now stacking up in favor of the bulls, meaning the bears are losing control of this downtrend. I think the bottom is very near. Like I said, we have super strong support at $4.40. There is not much below that though. You do have to be aware of that, and do bear in mind I'm already drawing to the candle body close. Like, there's no other Fibonacci's. Your 786 is all the way up here. If I drew it to the wick, the 786 would be even higher. So there is no more levels below this Once we take out $4.40, the only level is $2.23. I don't really see any bounce points between there. You can argue, you know, these tiny steps up, but, you know, in the big scheme of things, considering this has been, you know, like a year-long trend, I really would not bank on these holding any significance. There's no volume traded. The only volume traded, you know, below these bottoms that we've put in here is all the way down at $2.20. And like I said, I think KDA is about to have a macro market momentum shift. Now, if KDA moves down to $2.20, then that's pretty much the opposite of what I think is going to happen. I think KDA is going to have a strong reversal. You know, potentially we might come back down to $4.40. Potentially we might come back down, make a higher low and W out. Either way, we were talking about this breakdown to $4.40 since we were up here at $6.40. You know, we were 10 cents off it so far. You know, that is considering that we don't move back down. However, once again, it is not a safe time to enter trades right now. I think we need to wait for the daily close on Bitcoin. Even if we have a huge pump in the next couple of hours, I think the daily close is super important. Once again, I talked about that in my Bitcoin video. I'm going to wrap this video up now, but once again, with KDA, the trend is your friend until the end, and we are unfortunately in a downtrend right now. I'd be waiting for a bottoming signal. I'm not trying to catch the knife. And if you watch my KDA videos or you watch my other altcoin videos, you'll be very familiar with that saying, because I've been saying for the past couple of weeks on KDA, I'm not trying to catch the falling knife. I mean, we could have DCA'd here, we could have DCA'd here, we could have DCA'd down here, but the fact of the matter is we are in a downtrend. I'd much rather wait for something like this, getting above the 786 Fibonacci and having a confirmed breakout, and I'd rather buy a slightly higher level than just, you know, blindly DCA and end up being someone else's exit liquidity potentially. So that's all I see for KDA. Once again, trend is your friend until the end. I'm not trying to catch the falling knife. I do, however, think the bottom is near. I do think now, somewhere around about now, is a good time to DCA. However, at this exact moment in time, I would absolutely not DCA. I am waiting for the daily decision to happen on Bitcoin. Once again, check out my Bitcoin video if you want to know what that's all about. That is all I've got for you for KDA. Still in a bearish trend. I do think we're near a reversal though. That is all I've got for you. Once again, cowboy out, not financial advice. And as always, peace.